8:21 of the Big 550 KTRS. McGraw's off on vacation. I am Paul Harris here with Kelly Jackson and our ABC Entertainment editor, David Blaustein, to talk movies and Oscar predictions for this weekend. Good morning, David.
Good morning to you. How are you?
Good. Before we get to the Oscar picks for this weekend, I want to talk to you about a movie that's opening today in St. Louis that I saw in a screening a couple of nights ago and is already on my worst movies of 2015 list. It is called Hot Time 2.
Are you? So let me get this straight. You're telling me that if you had a hot tub time machine, time and prevent them from making this movie?
I like the first one. So yeah, I mean the first one was exactly what I expected it to be: stupid and funny. And so I expected the sequel. Even though it doesn't have John Cusack in it, I expected it to be stupid and funny. It would have to get a lot smarter to become stupid, and it would have to become funny at all to qualify as funny.
Well,
it's horrible.
Here's my take on that movie. I think that there's just enough good R-rated funny material there to make a funny 5-minute red band trailer. Just enough. Just a 5-minute red band trailer. As you know, the movie's 93 minutes long, so they need to fill the other 88 minutes. I agree with you. I mean, I think it's a very disappointing movie, and it kind of reeks of desperation.
That's exactly the word, desperation.
Yes, and that's a problem. Yeah, I have such mixed feelings about Rob Corddry. I think Rob Corddry's incredibly talented. I just don't know. He's a much better supporting player, and I think in a movie like this, they're kind of asking him to carry it.
Yep.
And I don't really think, that's necessarily him. He's great on The Daily Show, on, what is that, Children's Hospital, I think. He's very good. He's always good when he has, like, a guest appearance and he's a supporting guy, but
right.
His role in this movie is just way too big, and the material's not really, the material is clearly not that good. And it's just over the top in places, and you're right. You want a stupid R-rated comedy to be properly stupid. And this was stupider than stupid.
Stupider than stupid is right. Speaking of The Daily Show, Jason Jones is in this movie as well.
I love Jason Jones.
See, my wife can't stand Jason Jones because everything he does on The Daily Show is a dick joke. And in this movie, 85 minutes of the 93 minutes are dick jokes.
That's very true.
So it's it's hard to believe I'm saying this, but I was disappointed by the sequel to Hot Tub Time Machine. But that's because I wanted to go have a stupid night at the movies, and I ended up mad.
By the way, I disagree with your wife about Jason Jones on The Daily Show. I think he's done some very intelligent stuff, but I see her point.
All right, what else is going on before we get to the Oscars?
Well, we also have a movie called The Duff. That's based on a popular, I guess, teen book, and a young adult novel, if you will, and Duff stands for Designated Ugly Fat Friend. And there's this girl named Mae Whitman, who stars in this movie, who you've never heard of. She was a working child actress, and now she grew up to be a very, I guess, she does a lot of voiceover work, and she's cast in this movie as kind of a frumpy girl who happens to be the Duff, and she finds out she's the Duff of her two best friends who are gorgeous and intelligent, but she's very intelligent herself and funny, and she takes it upon herself to reverse Duff.
And by the way, not ugly, not fat.
No, not ugly, not fat. Actually, I think she's cute.
Yes.
But we're talking about Hollywood. These are Hollywood.
That's
true.
Are
Hollywood standards.
You're not a size 0. You're fat.
Yes.
The fact that they
this movie was
have
better than I thought it would be, but it also feels like it was designed in a lab to appeal to girls between the ages of 13 and 21, and because of that, I can't really fully endorse it, but I will say it's better than I expected it to be, and I think girls girls of a certain age and boys of a certain age will probably see this, and they'll audibly yell out "Aw" during the movie at various parts, and it'll get laughs. It was okay, 3 out of 5 stars.
All right, I think you're better off going to see something starring Hillary Duff than going to see the Duff. But what do I know?
The Hillary Duff.
The Hillary Duff, yeah. All right, let's go to the Oscars, which are on Sunday night on ABC, and I know you're going to be there covering it for the network. You want to just start?
Technically, I won't be there. I will be right here with you. No, I'll be anchoring our coverage from New York.
That's what I meant.
Yes.
Yeah, when I said there, you thought I meant Hollywood, but I know you're in New York, and I knew you'd be there.
Oh, very good. I like that.
Yeah. All right, let's go right to the top. Best motion picture of the year.
Gandhi.
This year.
Oh,
This year, David.
Well, that one's a little tougher. You know, that's the best thing about this year's Oscars is that the Best Picture category, it's still kind of predictable, but not as predictable. I cannot say with certainty that a particular movie is going to win. I can say I'm fairly certain that it's going to be Boyhood or Birdman, but because of how this race seems to be neck and neck right now, and that's predicated on the various award shows where Birdman has won all the Guild Awards, but then Boyhood came out and then won the BAFTA Awards. And why are these things significant? Well, the Guilds share a lot of voters with the Academy, and then the BAFTAs, the British Academy, actually shares a lot of voters with the Academy as well. So if Birdman had won the BAFTA, Birdman would be a slam dunk, but it's not. And because of the way they vote on Best Picture, which is with a preferential ballot, it's not like who do you like for Best Picture, check off Birdman. It just sounded like Chekhov wrote Birdman.
Yeah.
I mean, check off the movie Birdman. You place it in order, and each place is assigned a value, a point value. So Birdman is number one is worth a certain number of points. So if those movies keep switching 1 and 2 and they split the ballot, if like let's say Whiplash got enough third place votes, Whiplash could be your Best Picture. Probably won't happen, but there is an opportunity here for an underdog film like a Whiplash or a Grand Budapest Hotel or an Imitation Game to win. I'm rooting. I mean, I'm really rooting for Whiplash, but then my secondary pick would be Birdman.
A friend of mine says, how can they ignore American Sniper? It's the most popular movie of the last 6 weeks and even back into December, and it's made $300 million. Why doesn't Hollywood ever say, let's go with a successful movie?
Well, it's also that's entirely possible too. I mean, it's not. Again, this is not the People's Choice Awards either.
Right.
It's the Oscars, and it is nominated for. It's nominated for Best Picture. Clint Eastwood not nominated for Best Director. I don't care how popular that movie is. I appreciate that it's popular. I think it's a very good story and it's a good movie. It's not, in my mind, in no way, shape, or form is it a Best Picture. I mean, it's not. It's just not. Not particularly emotionally engaging. I mean, Bradley Cooper's performance is great though, but
Yep.
it's a movie that should have been more emotionally engaging. But it's still a very good story. Not a Best Picture.
Quickly, your picks for the acting awards.
The acting awards are pretty easy. You'll get J.K. Simmons for Best Supporting Actor. You'll get Julianne Moore for Best Actress. You'll get Patricia Arquette for Best Supporting Actress. And my boy Eddie Redmayne for Best Actor.
You think he beats Michael
a feeling
Keaton?
that Michael Keaton could win Best Actor, but Eddie Redmayne has also won all the important awards that indicate that he'll win the Oscar.
And what about for director? Does Birdman have the technical brilliance to overcome a 12-year project by Richard Linklater in Boyhood?
No, it does. I mean, I do see Richard Linklater very well could win that award because he pulled off something that no one's ever pulled off before.
Yep.
But you look at Birdman, and that is a movie that is technically, aesthetically, the ensemble performance, like everything about that movie is great. And even the story, the nonlinear way it tells the story. I mean, I would go in that direction, but that one's a toss-up too.
David Blaustein, ABC Entertainment Editor in New York, not Hollywood. Talk to you again next week.
Thanks, man. Bye-bye.
There's the Big 550.